I'm going to jump into your Los Angeles Lakers. My 3 points here, starting with continue to check the market for star players. I know it's kind of one of those like you're on the side of should they go after a third star or should they continue to, build around LeBron and AD, bring in role players, keep what they have, whatever. I think that's kind of just based off of who's available and who's not. If there's a star player available that you feel like you can plug in next to Davis and LeBron, I think that's something that you should probably do. Especially in LeBron's old age. As much as we love to point out how amazing he still plays, at the end of the day, the reality is he's not going to be playing basketball forever. So while he's still here, capitalize on it. And kind of piggybacking off of that, I think no matter what, whether it's for a star or not, trade D'Angelo Russell. He has his moments. He has his ups and his downs. I just don't think he's a fit for that team right now. I just don't think he's someone that gels well with LeBron, AD, and the rest of the roster. Again, he has his moments where he'll have games where he'll hit a ton of threes and score, but there for just as many games for that, there's more games of him having tour date numbers and the box scores. So no disrespect to D'Angelo Russell, but I'm not trying to see him live in concert. And then the last one, it's kind of a joke here, but you need a time machine. I think that the Lakers, the window is still open for the Lakers to win a championship. It's just the clock is really ticking right now. And I just don't know. By the time LeBron eventually walks away from the game, AD is going to be 2-3 years older, probably. Who knows what happens between now and then if he has any more injuries, knock on wood. We hope that doesn't happen. And what his situation will want to be, whether he even wants to stay in LA or not at that point. So I think it's like, they still have time, but man, I bet the Lakers wish they had just a little bit more time to go back in time a little bit to maybe redo some trades, some things. Getting Russell Westbrook was a tough trade for them to make at the moment. It seemed like that's something that would work. It obviously didn't.
No.
So maybe going back and kind of reworking some of those deals, I think would have benefited them. But those are my 3 points for the Lakers. If you have any comments on those, Jerry.
Yeah, no, I think the first one, I think we missed the window, right? Like, I was just trying to think after you said it, like, what star players are available? Who's going to be available come in the middle of the season? Because at this point now, it's really only Zach LaVine.
I think Trae Young might still be available. If we'll see how the Hawks play out to start the year.
Yeah, like, maybe if the Hawks realize, oh, hey, we're still not good enough to compete for anything. Maybe then it's like, let's pivot. Let's go get some picks. Mm-hmm. I could see that potentially. But right now, just heading into October, at training camp, October, and then November and into the rest of the in-season tournament, the new Emirates tournament that they have and stuff like that, it's looking kind of grim for a superstar to join, a third star to join AD and LeBron. I think for number 2, I'm on the boat of trading D'Angelo Russell, but I think it's important to know that not his legacy, but his reputation around the league right now is kind of down. But it's important to remember he still put up 18 points and shot 41% from deep.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the fit, along with Bron and AD, I think it actually does work. You have a guard that could shoot and actually take some pressure off of LeBron, but the problem is he's not consistent.
Yeah.
Now, like you mentioned, the tour date stats, box scores that we see, like, I agree, like, you can't drop 36 one night and then drop 6 the next.
Yeah.
Like, that's my third best player shouldn't do that.
He's not reliable enough to be the third guy there.
And that's exactly why, I think right now, as a Laker fan, I'm just kind of hoping that he re-engages into what's going on.
Yeah.
To play for yourself, to either be moved and play yourself into more money for a bigger contract later, that's my hope. But if he's able to stay in LA, I hope he's just consistent. Because he should be a 20-plus point scorer. He should be thriving alongside these two. You have a guard, a wing, and a big as like your mold and model. You look good. So figure it out or else get the hell out of town. That's probably the perfect way to put it. But the time machine thing is hilarious. You touched on it a little bit. I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen the clips with DeMarcus Cousins, Dwight Howard, and Quinn Cook talking about, I don't know why they broke up the 2020 Lakers. Marcus Cousins said that was the best chemistry team he's ever been on. Everybody was just good friends. Everybody was vibing with one another, going out to eat, going out to dinner every other night. Rob Pelinka really messed up a good thing. We had Kuz, we had Caruso, we had KCP, who became a championship piece in other places. Rob Pelinka ruined. He really
Messed
it's
up
his
the
fault.
vibes.